Welcome to SDH's coverage of everything going on in USL League One. We'll take you backward before we take you forward and let you know what's going on in USL League One, one of the tight competitions that you've seen here traditionally since this league has gone online. So let's go backward over the last 7 days and get you squared away for the next 7 days. And with the traditional midweek weekend, remember we still have some clubs that are trying to catch up with matches and get everybody squared away on the same number of games played as we hit the business end of the schedule here. Going back into the midweek last week, Richmond, North Carolina FC, a 2-2 draw at City Stadium. South Georgia Tormenta getting a full 3 points, which was what they needed to try to close the gap in getting into the playoff discussion. 2-1 win over Central Valley Fuego in Statesboro. Forward Madison, a 1-0 win over Chattanooga Red Wolves. That one was at Breeze Stevens. Then on the weekend, a lot of goals. Charlotte and South Georgia Tormenta, that one went 5 goals. Charlotte with the 3-2 win over South Georgia Tormenta at American Legion Memorial Stadium. Same number, same result. Toyota Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky. Lex SC over Central Valley Fuego. So Central Valley had a miserable road trip after Statesboro and Louisville. Statesboro and Lexington, you end up with 2 losses on the board, no points in a couple of days' time. WakeMed, 3 goals, North Carolina FC over the Greenville Triumph. Match of the week comes from CHI Memorial Stadium in Eastridge, Tennessee. Chattanooga and the Richmond Kickers. Here's your highlights, courtesy of our friends at USL League One, ESPN Plus, and YouTube.
For Chattanooga, as Kraft finds him. Scored the winner or equalizer on Saturday. Mensah feeds Kraft. Enriquez. Left-footed shot, just wide. Christian Enriquez back in the starting lineup. Select, the official match ball supplier of the USL League One and many. Here's a chance, and the shot just wide. Walefi with the opportunity. Nil Vignoles, USL League One Player of the Month back in March. Pressing forward for Richmond. Bentley goes in field once more. Bentley, left-footed strike, curls wide. Moran looking inside. Hornsby, offside. Fitch looking to turn. Vignoles towards the center of the pitch for Moran. Switching play to the left. Stepping up, Hornsby has a go! And just up over the bar. Ani for Barnathan, who's on a yellow. So is Gomiro. Chattanooga does not have a yellow card yet. Good ball for Terzaghi. Terzaghi crosses. The shot by Bentley is in. Matthew Bentley with his first goal of the season. And Richmond leads 1-0 just before the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A goal has been scored by Richmond.
Fitch with a great ball for Terzaghi, who had plenty of space, cut it back, and then it took a deflection off of Madrid. We'll see how that goal goes down, but the Rodriguez family dentistry replay shows that it's Bentley who gets on the end of the Terzaghi pass. Hornsby looking to cross it in. That's off of Renteria, perhaps. Nil Vignoles whips it in. And the header! It sneaks through! It's Sirakowski, doubling Richmond's advantage. They scored just before the break, and they scored just after the break, and it's 2-0 Kickers in Chattanooga. It was a great service from Vignoles. Sirakowski makes the run, pretty much unmarked. Oh, and that might go down as an own goal for Ropapa Mensah after the Rodriguez family dentistry shows It was he who last headed it in. Walefi. Mensah. He'll have a go. Ropapa Mensah, are you kidding me? To the delight of the home crowd, the Red Wolves are right back in it. Back in the starting lineup, back on the score sheet for Ropapa Mensah. He knew he was going to shoot this. Played for the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Sporting Kansas City 2. That one crossed in. Lomas tried to get ahead to it. And finally cleared by Richmond. Played out wide for Kraft. Shielded by Fitch. And headed. Oh! That one just high from Nicolas Cardona. Have another Rodriguez Family Dentistry replay. That was an important header for Richmond. And that's a great effort. Walefi for Laborio. Cross from Cardona into the area, headed wide. That was Lomas. This one a like for like, forward for forward. Not the best free kick from Siobhan Marsh, but coming off the bench. That's lifted in, opportunity for Chattanooga off the bar. The header, it's Renteria. Chattanooga levels it at 2. Marsh didn't do well with the free kick, but this is great service. The first effort off the bar, and Renteria just pounds the header into the ground. It bounces off the turf and into the net. This replay brought to you by Rodriguez Family Dentistry. Siobhan Marsh feeds it. Hernandez back across. Lomas denied. Hornsby was there. Lomas couldn't get anything on it. And we're square. Laborio for Cardona. Cardona into the area. Bouncing ball. And Hernandez with a good challenge. Gordon's down. Marsh has a go! Siobhan Marsh and the Chattanooga Red Wolves have come all the way back in a frenzy. Marsh saw an opportunity, he took it. And that Rodriguez Family Dentistry replay shows how Chattanooga have come back from down 2. 2-0. Became 3-2. And Chattanooga comes all the way back. Renteria had the goal to level it at 2.
Big win for Red Wolves as they try to climb out and continue their climb out of the bottom of the standings in USL League One. Now a lot of folks are looking over their shoulders, looking at what the Red Wolves have been able to do. One knocks one to Breeze Stevens and made it a 50-50 week for Forward Madison. One knocks with a 2-1 win. Northern Colorado Hailstorm loses at home at Future Legends, and that one was a 3-2 final for Union Omaha. So Union Omaha gets a big result on the road, taking down Northern Colorado. North Carolina right now, they are at 41 points, 4 points clear of the number 2 team in the league, and that's Union Omaha, who have won 4 in a row. Union Omaha is at 37 points. They have now catapulted over Charlotte, who's at 36 points, Forward Madison, who's at 36 points, Northern Colorado, who's at 35 points. Northern Colorado's lost 4 in a row as they're trying to make up all of the matches that they had to make up for either facilities or other competitions. Northern Colorado's lost 4 in a row right now. They're at 10-5-5. Union Omaha, 37 points. Union, Charlotte, Madison, Northern Colorado, each with 10 wins, and you're having to go to goal difference to determine who is ahead of folks now. Union Omaha, once again, 37 points, 2 points separating 4 spots, and it's 5 points separating 5 spots. Charlotte plus 7 in goal difference at 36. Forward Madison plus 5 in goal difference at 36. Northern Colorado at 35. Greenville right now is your final team in the playoffs as your 6th seed. They're at 32 points. They had their 3-game unbeaten string snapped last time out with the loss to North Carolina. 1 Knox below the bar at 28 points. They have lost 3 of 5, but they've won 2 of their last 3. South Georgia Tormenta with a match in hand on 1 Knox at 27 points. They are ahead of Richmond on goal difference. Lex is at 24 points, having won 2 in a row. Chattanooga has hit each of the columns in their last 3. They're at 20 points at 5, 12, and 5, and Central Valley has lost 3 of 4. They're at 17 points with a record of 5, 14, and 2. Getting into your team of the week for USL League One, presented by our friends at Konami eFootball. Player of the week is Jaden Onan from Forward Madison. 2-assist week for the Mingos here in Week 22. Premier League Academy product Uganda national team prospect enjoyed a very, very productive week. Started by assisting Stephen Payne's match winner in the 90th minute of a previous scoreless match against Chattanooga. Then on Saturday got the assist on Nazim Bartman's equalizer against 1 Knox. He's tied for a week high with 6 chances, created 4 shots on target. Most passes completed among all forwards at 51. Second best goals added figure on the week at .83, according to our friends at American Soccer Analysis. Charlotte and Tormenta lead all clubs with a pair of starters on Team of the Week, with the club's 1-win Week 22. Total, 10 of the 12 clubs in action represented on Team of the Week. So here is your Team of the Week. Austin Pack in net from Charlotte. Nicholas Cardona from Red Wolves is a part of your back line, along with Davey Mason from Tormenta, Lucky Opara from Hailstorm, and Tate Robertson from Lex SC. Midfield, Pedro Fonseca from South Georgia Tormenta, goal and an assist in the loss against Charlotte. Joel Johnson from Charlotte Independence, Neil Vigneault from Richmond Kickers. Forwards up top, Alexis Cerritos from Central Valley, Garrett McLaughlin, North Carolina FC, Jaden Onan from Forward Madison. Your bench, Sean Lewis from 1 Knox, Manuel Madrid from Chattanooga, Mitch Osman from Forward Madison, Stephen Payne from Forward Madison, Victor Falk from Central Valley, Luis Perez from North Carolina, and Emiliano Terzaghi makes the bench from the Richmond Kickers. That's your team of the week and your player of the week for Week 22. Wallace Anderson, by the way, North Carolina FC, voted League One's Player of the Month for July. John Harkes voted Coach of the Month for the month of July. We mentioned last week about North Carolina FC going up in class from USL League One to USL Championship, heading back there after a 3-week absence. Keep it up to date on all the information at USL League One by going to uslleagueone.com and clicking on your favorite tabs and getting all the information that you need to be a part of the fan zone. Follow along on social media on Twitter or the X and Facebook, and on Instagram for USL League One. Fans' choice for goal of the week for Week 22. You can click on USL League ONE in the news section and vote until Thursday, the 17th at 12:30 in the afternoon across all USL League One platforms, including the USL app. Michael Hornsby from Richmond Kickers against North Carolina. Tate Robertson from Lex SC against Central Valley. Miguel Ibarra from Charlotte going up against Tormenta. And Makwele Akale for Tormenta against Charlotte. Those are your contests. Your contestants for USL League One Choice Goal of the Week. You can once again vote until 12:30 on Thursday afternoon, and you can come up with all of the decisions that you're looking for when it comes to the best that League One is getting to show you on a weekly basis. Once again, remember, the North Carolina Central Valley contest has been rescheduled out of Week 25. It got shifted back a day. It is originally scheduled for Friday, September 1st at 7. It is now Saturday, September the 2nd at 4 at Wake Med. And we'll keep an eye on that as well. Aiden Morrison wins League Two Young Player of the Year award as a part of Charlotte Independence's various levels of competition. So good news for Charlotte Independence and how they are progressing through with their work in USL League 2. The power rankings leading into Week 22. Here's how it was heading into the results. North Carolina FC up 1 to number 1, which meant that Hailstorm had to drop to number 2. Union Omaha stormed up the standings leading into this past week, up 4 spots to 3. Forward Madison down 1 to 4. Greenville stayed at 5. Charlotte down to 6. South Georgia Tormenta up to 7. Kickers down 2 to 8. Lex SC up 1 to 9. 1 Knox, therefore, had to go down to 10. Chattanooga up 1. Central Valley down 1. And that was heading into the week. Now, getting into your schedule and laying things out for you. And once again, we always like to remind you, if you are in market and can catch this quality competition, please do so. It's great to see how things continue to grow here in the United States through USL, whether it's through USL League One or the championship. USL League One, the Juice Box is upcoming. We've got one matchup for you as we plow into the weekend, and we have the one match on Friday, 7:30 at Regal. Lex SC travels to take on 1 Knox. Saturday is your traditional activity. City Stadium, 7 o'clock, one of the 5 matches that's there. Richmond hosting North Carolina FC. Forward Madison makes the trip to Statesboro to take on South Georgia Tormenta at 7:30. 8 o'clock, Warner Park, Papillon, Nebraska, Union Omaha, and Chattanooga Red Wolves. 9 o'clock at Future Legends. Can Northern Colorado stem the tide of this 4-match losing streak? They are taking on Greenville Triumph. And Central Valley is back home at Fresno State after a 2-loss week, and they are taking on Charlotte Independence, as it is now Charlotte's turn to travel from one end of the United States to the other. Once again, go to USLLeagueONE.com, and you can get all the information that you need when it comes to USL League One. You've got 2 groups. You've got the group chasing itself, trying to figure out their playoff positioning, and then who can sneak in from the outside. The margin is only 4 to get into that 7 spot. Who is chasing that one? That's the second group that we have in USL League One. We always remind you, once again, if you're in market and can catch the action, catch the action. Quality stuff going on in USL League One. If you are in market and can't, follow along on local providers. If you are outside of local markets, still follow along on the local providers attached to your favorite club or matchup. And you can also catch everything on ESPN Plus, your home for USL League One action all season long in a video sense, large device, or small. That is everything that is going on in USL League One for everybody here at SDH. I'm just John. Played safe, everybody. Enjoy the matches in USL League One.
There can be only one.